3, 2, 1.
All this talk of, oh yeah, like he didn't play well, that's bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's complete bullshit.
The problem is we're talking about a bloke that's had 11 Premier League games in a Man United shirt, right? 11.
Right.
And I mean, listen, I'm not talking about your comments. I'm in YouTube chats all day long, right? And the things I see from people are so reactionary on him, on this player, on that play. You know, like, look, he's had 11 games. He's got 3 goals. He's new to the league. He's 22. So we're not talking about a proper experienced player. He's 22, new to the league, come to a massive club like Man United, had 11 games, of which I'm guessing not all of them were 90 minutes. And already
they weren't. And 2
dead.
of the 3 goals were against Man City and Arsenal.
Right. I just think people need to calm down. It's just like, it's just... And look, if it is the price tag why people are battering him, listen, players don't dictate the price tag, right? It's not, you've got to give, I mean, if we're giving players 11 games and then writing them off, I mean, we might as well pack up and all go home.
But it's not even the writing off, yeah, that I have an issue with, yeah. I have an issue with football fans, yeah, being so thick, yeah, that they do not understand that there's more than one way to play the game of football, bruv.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying? Not every fucking wide player is going to get on the ball and just try and go past their man every single time at pace, bro. Like, that is not like, that's not how every player plays. Not every wide player is going to play like Rashford. Like, they're not. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at Saka and you look at Rashford, yeah, they both play out wide and they both play the game 2 completely different ways. Yeah. Saka's more trying to link with people and come inside and do stuff. Rashford's trying to go past people with pace. There's different ways to play the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. And the thing is with Antony, what's funny to me is that if Antony was playing the exact same level he is playing now and only scored a few more goals, everyone would be going crazy. Because if you're scoring goals, it means you're a good footballer. Or if you're scoring goals, it means you're playing well, which is bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've watched many players. You've got a player on your team, Heung-min Son, yeah, who can score goals without playing well. Do you know what I mean? And he does it a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Mo Salah's another player that does it a lot. There's a lot of players. Rashford's another one. Like, he can score goals without actually playing well. Do you know what I mean? And it's like people mistake scoring goals for playing well. Antony did not play badly yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? And people were chatting shit. And I'm just like, I'm getting tired of it because I saw the same thing with Sancho. I've seen the same thing with Pogba. And it's like, these people are just always looking for somebody to scapegoat. And usually it's the more technical, better players.
Listen, I'm seeing the exact same with Gakpo at Liverpool, who's played about 3 times, right? You watch, give it 3 games. If Mudryk hasn't scored a hat-trick in every game for Chelsea, he'll be getting it.
But to be fair, Mudryk, because he's got pace and he's very direct, these fans will like him. Do you know what I mean? Because you can have you can have like a lukewarm football IQ and enjoy players like Mudryk because he just gets the ball and he just runs with it. Do you know what I mean? And this is what these men like. It looks great in YouTube comps.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've seen Mudryk play a number of times in the Champions League. I think he's a class act. But my point is, like, players like Gakpo, Antony, Mudryk, they've got to have some time to settle in the league. These are young footballers. I think we forget that. These are young men coming to a new league, settling in. And just because they're on big price tags doesn't mean immediately that they hit the ground running. Some players do, some don't. Thierry Henry didn't hit the ground running when he joined the Premier League, if I remember, in his first season. Right, Heung-min Son, crap in his first season, right?
You've got like 4 goals or something.
Yeah, you've got, it's like, look, there you go. Someone straight away, Gakpo is not good. I'm not having that. I'm not saying Gakpo's great, but how do we know? Gakpo's played like anyone. Hang on, let's have a look.
Gakpo, he literally signed 3 weeks ago.
Right. Cody, what's his name? Cody Gakpo. So Cody Gakpo for Liverpool has played 2 Premier League games, and I'm seeing people write him off. 2. It's madness. It's absolutely madness. But listen, that's football now, right? That's football. Like you said, I think the biggest thing you said there is just because you're a winger doesn't mean you're the same as everyone else who plays out wide. Wingers have changed a lot in the last 20 years. Yeah, wingers used to be, like, as we said, players like Overmars, players like Ginola, players like Giggs, Lee Sharp.
Just pick up the ball and just be direct and run at players. But now the game has changed, you know what I mean? And you've got different types of players that play in wide areas. Do you know what I mean? And Antony and Sancho are two players that are more patient. They like to link. They like to have people close to them. And they don't just kick the ball down the outside, run down there and try and put a cross in. They don't do that. That's not their style. And they get slaughtered for it, which is very, very strange. It's very strange. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's listen, that's what we do, right? Players get given a few games. Listen, I give less time to those players that have played in the Premier League before, right? Because they know the league, etc., etc. But either way, you can't give a new player 2 or 3, even 11 games is not a lot. 11 games is not a lot of time for a player to come into a team that is evolving. It's not like he's coming into a settled system at Man United and they've got, right, slot in Antony. He's part of what you're building. Right. So teammates need to learn what he does. The striker needs to learn what he does. He needs to learn what his right back's doing. And as far as I've seen, the right back has changed a couple of times since he's been in and out of the team. So just
it has. You're right.
Relax, right? People need to relax.
And also with Wan-Bissaka at right back instead, of course, like he gets less help in the attacking areas as well, and he doesn't have an overlap. Do you know what I mean? Which again, like this also affects wide players. But if you don't understand football, then you're not going to understand that. And this is why I choose not to argue with people that just don't get the game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't get the game, because if you're a winger, you're very much reliant on your fullbacks to create decoy runs, to create that little bit of space for you. Like not every wide player has the pace of Rashford where they can just pick up the ball, go past players and just take it on their own. Do you know what I mean? Like most of them cannot do that. Like it's a very rare thing. Mbappe's got that as well, where he's just got jet heels here, where he can just take off and just leave people. Do you know what I mean? Mudrik's got a bit of that about him as well. But these players are very few and far between. Like the average wide man needs help, bro.
Of course, you need. I mean, even when you look at the era of Man United and your 4-4-2, Neville was always overlapping Beckham, and Neville had a wonderful cross on him. Actually,
he did with both feet.
I'll tell you the player for me, Rants, who personifies this conversation in current football terms, right? Is Jack Grealish.
Yeah,
Jack Grealish for me is a wonderful footballer. I think he is technically superb. He's not your winger that's going to go and beat 9 men with absolute pace. What he is a very skillful, elegant player that will drag 2 to 3 players towards him. He'll draw fouls. He'll hold the ball up. He'll link up with other people. But all you hear from people is, his stats. You watch him play. He was superb against us the other night. We couldn't cope with him. And I think I saw something the other day. Was he first or second the most fouled player in the Premier League? Because people don't know how to stop him.
He is. Grealish is a joke. He's one of the most fouled players in Europe. But you know what it is with Jack Grealish, yeah? He knows how to protect the ball well. And it's just a little drop of the shoulder, innit? It's a little drop of the shoulder. But again, you have to understand what you're watching with Jack Grealish, yeah? Or else you're not going to rate him. Look at the amount of shit that people talk about Jack Grealish. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's boring to me because he's one of my favorite players.
Because of the price tag, which is not his fault.
But I don't even think it's the price tag. It's because people don't understand what they're watching. Like, I genuinely think that these people are stupid. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like even this comment saying, Saka isn't quick, he doesn't need help. And Arsenal's whole system, every time an Arsenal player gets the ball, they have at least 2 or 3 people as an option within 5 yards most of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? So to say that he doesn't need help is complete bullshit. Because Saka's very rarely, not got 2 or 3 passing options when he gets the ball. Most of the time when he gets the ball, he comes inside, he passes it, and he follows his pass, and he's linking and stuff like that. Arsenal players are not isolated. They don't play transition, quick counter-attack football. They build. And because they build, they always have options, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So all this thing where people don't need is bullshit.